We used to run without a plan, just chasing dreams with empty hands. We thought the time was on our side, like we could make it if we tried. You held my hand like it was fate, like nothing ever came too late. I didn't see the moments change, how slowly we began to fade. I was still believing in us, while time was breaking what we loved, holding on to what we were, long after it started to blur. We were young, we didn't see how fast it slips, how fast it leaves. I was still believing in us, but time was never on our side. I look at pictures from those days where everything felt like it stayed, but now I see what we ignored, the quiet space, the closing door. You started drifting out of reach while I was holding memories. I thought we'd always find a way, but we got lost along the way. I was still believing in us, while time was breaking what we loved, holding on to what we were, long after it started to blur. We were young, we didn't see how fast it slips, how fast it leaves. I was still believing in us, but time was never on our side. If I could go back to those nights before we learned how to say goodbye, I'd hold on to that younger heart before it learned to fall apart. I was still believing in us, but now I see what love becomes, a memory I can't relive, a lesson in what time can give. Now I'm learning to move on, believing in us, moving on, moving on. You were right beside me all this time, but something changed between the lines. The way you spoke, the way you stayed, felt like you were drifting away. I held on to what we had, didn't see it turning bad. I thought love would always feel the same, but it was slipping through my hands. I didn't know I was losing you while I was trying to hold on to every moment, every word, believing in what we once were. I didn't see the distance grow, I didn't feel you letting go. I didn't know I was losing you until there was nothing left to hold. replay everything you said, looking for the signs I missed. The quiet space, the empty tone, the way you felt so far from home. I stayed inside a hopeful lie while you were saying your goodbye. I thought we still had time to try, but you were leaving day by day. I didn't know I was losing you while I was trying to hold on to every moment, every word, believing in what we once were. I didn't see the distance grow, I didn't feel you letting go. I didn't know I was losing you until there was nothing left to hold. I didn't know I was losing you, but now I see the truth come through. Every moment, every word was fading into something blurred. I couldn't stop the way it goes. Some things are meant to let you go. I didn't know I was losing you. Now I'm learning how to lose you. Losing you. Letting go. Kissed me like you always did, like nothing here was different. Your eyes didn't give it away, or maybe I just couldn't face it. We talked about tomorrow night, like everything would be alright. I didn't hear the truth beneath the silence hiding in between. I didn't know that was goodbye, didn't see it in your eyes. You held me close and let me fall, like I meant nothing at all. I was loving you like it was true, while you were already untrue. I didn't know that was goodbye. Now I'm left with all your lies. I heard your name in someone else's voice, like I was never your only choice. The pieces started falling in, but I still didn't want to believe. You walked away without a tear, while I'm still breaking here. I trusted every word you said, now I'm replaying it instead. I didn't know that was goodbye, didn't see it in your eyes. You held me close and let me fall, like I meant nothing at all. I was loving you like it was true, while you were already untrue. I didn't know that was goodbye. Now I'm left with all your lies. If I had known it was the end, I wouldn't call you my best friend. I wouldn't see the truth you hid. I see through every lie. You held me close just one last time while you were leaving me behind. I was loving you like it was true, and now I see what you would do. I didn't know that was goodbye, and now I'm learning how to say mine. That was goodbye. Now I know. We made our plans like they were real, talked about forever like a deal. I held on to every word like nothing could go unheard. You smiled but something felt off. I didn't see it falling off. I thought we were still holding on, but you were already gone. I didn't know we were already over. While I was dreaming we were getting closer, I built a life inside my head while you were leaving us instead. Every promise, every plan fell apart before it began. I didn't know we were already over. Now I'm alone with the closure. I replay all the things we said, the future we had in my head. I tried to fix what I couldn't see. You stopped believing in you and me. I stayed while you let go, holding on to what you didn't show. I thought we still had time to try, but you had already said goodbye. I didn't know we were closer. I built a life inside my head while you were leaving us instead. Every promise, every plan fell apart before it began. I didn't know we were already over. Now I'm alone with the closure. Getting clearer, I built a life inside my head. Now I'm rebuilding me instead. Every promise, every plan taught me more than I understand. I didn't know we were already over. Now I'm finding my own closure. Started changing little things, the way you talk, the way you leave. Your silence stayed a little longer, your touch didn't feel the same. I noticed more than I would say, just hoping it would fade away. I told myself it's just a phase, but love shouldn't feel this way. I stayed even when you changed, holding on to yesterday, trying to find you in the now, but you were already gone somehow. I gave you more than I should've gave, while you were drifting far away. I stayed even when you changed. Now I'm the one who has to change. I kept the version in my mind, the one I thought I'd never lose. But every time I looked at you, it felt like someone new. I held on to what we were, even when it started to hurt. I should've left when I could see you weren't the same with me. I stayed even when you changed, holding on to yesterday, trying to find you in the now, but you were already gone somehow. I gave you more than I should've gave, while you were drifting far away. I stayed even when you changed. Now I'm the one who has to change. If I had walked away back then, would I be whole again? Or would I still be missing you, like I always seem to do? I stayed even when you changed, but I can't live this way, holding on to something gone, trying to prove where I belong. I gave you more than I should've gave. Now I'm learning how to save every piece you took from me, and finally set myself free. Stay too long, moving on. I watched the light fade from your eyes, held on to moments as they slipped by. Every word we couldn't say still lingers in the quiet space. I stayed when everything felt wrong, pretending you were still holding on. I felt you drifting far from me, but I was scared to let you leave. I stayed in a love that was fading, holding on while time was taking every piece of what we were, every promise, every word. I tried to keep you here with me, but love can't fight what it can't see. I stayed in a love that was fading. Now I'm left with what we're leaving. Your voice is softer in my mind, a distant echo lost in time. I reach for you but feel the air like you were never really there. I didn't know the final day would come and take you all away. I thought I had a little more time, but forever ended overnight. I stayed in a love that was fading, holding on while time was taking every piece of what we were, every promise, every word. I try to keep you here with me, but love can't fight what it can't see. I stayed in a love that was fading. Now I'm left with what we're the waiting. Every piece of what we were lives inside me, not just words. I couldn't keep you here with me, but your love is what will carry me. I stayed in a love that was fading. Now I'm learning how to face it. Still here with you. Your voice comes through the silence, like it's breaking in and out. Every word feels like a lifeline, every pause filled up with doubt. Different nights and different mornings, we're just chasing different skies. I count the space between us in the seconds you don't reply. We said distance doesn't matter if the love is strong enough, but love don't feel the same when you can't feel someone's touch. I stayed until I had nothing left, gave you every piece of me, through the miles and all the moments you were never here to see. I kept holding conversations that were fading into air, loving you from far away while you were barely there. I stayed until I had nothing left. Memorized your laughter through a screen that froze too much, trying to replace the feeling of a simple human touch. Every plan we made together turned to maybe or someday, and I built a life around you while you slowly slipped away. I was fighting for a future, you were learning to forget. I was holding on to always, you were leaving with no regret. I stayed until I had nothing left, every tear I couldn't hide, every late night empty promise echo louder from your side. I kept reaching through the distance, but you never reached me back. Loving you felt endless, but your love just slowly cracked. I stayed until I had nothing left. I stayed until I had nothing left. If I closed my eyes and called your name, would you still feel close to me? Or am I just a memory you don't need anymore to breathe? I gave you all my patience, all the time I couldn't keep. Now I'm standing in the silence you once promised me. I stayed until I had nothing left, now there's nothing left to lose. All the love I tried to give you wasn't something you could choose. I was living in a distance while you let me fade away, holding on to forever while you drifted day by day. I stayed until I had nothing left. finally letting go of someone I never could hold. Still remember how you laughed, like time was something we both had. We talked about the days ahead, like nothing ever ends like this. Your voice still lingers in my room, a quiet echo of you. I never thought I'd see the day where you just slowly fade away. I thought you would stay longer, like we had time to get stronger. Every moment, every breath felt like it could outrun the end. Now I'm left with what remains, memories I can't replace. I thought you would stay longer, but I'm the one still holding on. Walk through places we once knew, and everything still feels like you. The way the sunlight hits the floor feels like the days we had before. I try to move but I stay still, lost in everything we built. I thought the time was on our side, but it just pulled us out of line. I thought you would stay longer, like we had time to get stronger. Every moment, every breath felt like it could outrun the end. Now I'm left with what remains, memories I can't replace. I thought you would stay longer, but I'm the one still holding on. If I had known it wouldn't last, I would have held on to the past a little tighter, a little more before you walked out of the door. I thought you would stay longer, but now I'm learning to be stronger. Every moment, every breath taught me something I won't forget. Now I'm living with what remains, turning hurt into a change. I thought you would stay longer, now I'm learning to move on. Stay longer, moving on. Still in love. You closed the door without a sound, left all our memories scattered around. I stood there trying to understand how love could slip right through my hands. You walked away like it was easy, like you were never really with me. I thought I learned to let you go, but my heart didn't get the note. I was still in love after you left, holding on to what we had. Every word, every touch still feels like it was enough. You moved on like nothing stayed, while I'm still stuck in yesterday. I was after you left, and I don't know how to forget. I hear your voice in quiet rooms, feel your shadow in every move. I try to tell myself you're gone, but something in me holds on. I'm living in what used to be, while you're already free of me. I keep pretending I'm okay, but you're still with me every day. I was still in love after you left, holding on to what we had. Every word, every touch still feels like it was enough. You moved on like nothing stayed, while I'm still stuck in yesterday. I was still in love after you left, and I don't know how to forget. If love could fade as fast as you, maybe I'd be healing too. But I'm still here with what remains, learning how to live with pain. I was still in love after you left, but I won't stay here in regret. Every tear, every scar shows me who I really are. You moved on, you found your way. Now I'm learning not to stay. I was still in love after you left. Now I'm learning to love what's left. Still in love, letting go. The room is dark, but I'm awake. Every breath feels like it breaks. Your voice still lingers in my head, like something I wish I never said. I reach for you across the bed, but all I find is emptiness. I didn't know that night would be the last time you were here with me. I was still yours when you left, still holding on to every breath. I didn't know you'd say goodbye without a tear, without a why. I stayed awake while you moved on, crying alone till the night was gone. I was still yours when you left. Now I'm someone you forget. Silence echoes through these walls. I hear your name in every call. I try to sleep, but dreams rewind to every moment you were mine. I gave you all I had to give. Now I don't know how to live. I thought our love would never end, but now I'm here alone again. I was still yours when you left, still holding on to every breath. I didn't know you'd say goodbye without a tear, without a why. I stayed awake while you moved on, crying alone till the night was gone. I was still yours when you left. Now I'm that I didn't know I'd feel this lost, paying such a heavy cost. I stayed awake through all the pain, and now I'm learning to heal again. I was still yours when you left. Now I'm finding myself instead. Still yours. I gave you all my quiet nights, every thought, every fight. You were the reason I believed in something more than just a dream. You held my hand but not my heart. I didn't see us falling apart. I thought you felt the same as me, but love was just a one-way street. You broke my heart without saying sorry, like I was just another story. Every word you never said still keeps running through my head. I gave you love you never knew, or maybe you just never chose to. You broke my heart without saying sorry. Now I'm the only one still hurting. I see the way you look at them, like how I wished you looked at me. I stayed inside a hope so blind while you were leaving me behind. I held on to a truth that lied, calling it love while I cried. I should've known from the start you were never really mine to lose. You broke my heart without saying sorry, like I was just another story. Every word you never said still keeps running through my head. I gave you love you never knew, or maybe you just never chose to. You broke my heart without saying sorry. Now I'm the only one still hurting. The love I tried to build, now I'm the one left unfulfilled. You broke my heart without saying sorry, but I won't stay inside your story. Every word you never said I'll leave behind instead. I gave you love you couldn't take. Now I'm learning from the break. You broke my heart without saying sorry. Now I'm finally choosing me. No more sorry, letting go. You said my name like nothing changed, like we were still the same. But something in your voice felt cold, like I was someone you outgrew. I didn't see it in your eyes until you said goodbye. No signs, no warning, no delay. Just one moment you walked away. You left me behind without warning. Turned every night into morning. I was still holding on to you while you were already through. No chance to ask you to stay, no words to make you explain. You left me behind without warning. Now I'm alone in the silence you made. I trace the steps we used to take, but now they feel misplaced. Your shadow lingers in these halls, but you don't answer when I call. I'm stuck between what was and is, a memory I can't dismiss. I didn't know it was the end. You let go before I did. You left me behind without warning. Turned every night into morning. I was still holding on to you while you were already through. No chance to ask you to stay, no words to make you explain. You left me behind without warning. Now I'm alone in the silence you made. If I had known it was goodbye, I would've held you one more time. Instead of letting moments pass, thinking we were built to last. You left me behind without warning, but I won't stay here in mourning. I was still holding on to you. Now I'm learning to let you lose. No chance to change yesterday, but I can choose not to stay. You left me behind without warning. Now I'm finding my own way. Without warning, letting go. We used to talk until sunrise. Now I just replay goodbyes. Your laughter lingers in my head, like something I can't forget. I walk through places we once knew, and everything still feels like you. I try to leave it all behind, but you're still living in my mind. You left me with memories that hurt. Every moment, every word, all the love we used to hold. Now just stories I've outgrown. I try to heal, I try to move, but everything reminds me of you. You left me with memories that hurt, and a heart that still replays it all. I kept the pieces of your past, hoping somehow they would last. But time just pulled us further apart and left the echo in my heart. You walked away without a sound, while I'm still here, still breaking down. I thought that love would fade with time, but it's still here, still yours, still mine. You left me with memories that hurt. Every moment, try to move, but everything reminds me of you. You left me with memories that hurt and a heart that still replays it all.
Maybe I could stay a while in a world where you don't exist,
but even that feels like a risk. You left me with memories that hurt, but I'm learning what I deserve. All the love we couldn't say still taught me how to be brave. I'll carry you, but let you go, even break me anymore. Memories of letting go. I found your picture in a frame, still smiling like you never changed. We look so close, we look so real, but I was the only one who felt. I held on to those little signs while you were slowly saying goodbye. I thought that love was something shared, but I was the only one who cared. You let me love you alone while I was building a home inside a heart you never gave, inside a dream you couldn't save. Every moment, every touch meant more to me than it did to us. You let me love you alone. Now I'm left here on my own. Read old messages again, like they could take me back to then, where every word felt so alive. Before I saw the truth behind, you stayed just long enough to leave a memory I still believe. I tried to make it something real, but you never felt the way I feel. You let me love you alone while I was building a home inside a heart you never gave, inside a dream you couldn't save. Every moment, every touch meant more to me than it did to us. You let me love you alone. Now I'm left here on my own. Passing thought you left behind. I gave you more than I should have known and called it love when I was alone. You let me love you alone, but now I'm finally letting go of every dream I tried to keep, of every promise you couldn't meet. Every moment, every touch taught me what real love isn't much. You let me love you alone. Now I'm learning to love my own. Love my own, let you go. heard the words but felt no sound, like something lost but never found. You said goodbye, I let it be. No tears, no fight, just silence in me. I thought I'd break, I thought I'd fall, but I felt nothing at all. I used to feel you in my veins, now there's just an empty space. You make goodbye feel permanent, like something gone without a hint. No pain to show, no tears to cry, just a quiet, endless night. I lost the part that used to care, now there's just nothing left in there. You make goodbye feel permanent, and I don't know where my heart went. I walk through days that feel the same. No highs, no lows, no spark, no flame. Your memory fades but lingers still, a ghost of something I can't feel. I try to reach what's left of me, but numb is all I seem to be. I thought love would leave a scar, but now I don't feel anything at all. You make goodbye feel permanent, like something gone without a hint. No pain to show, no tears to cry, just a quiet, endless night. I lost the part that used to care, now there's just nothing left in there. You make goodbye feel permanent, and I don't know where my heart went. Inside a silent chill. You make goodbye feel permanent, but maybe I'm not broken yet. There's something faint I almost feel, like a distant kind of real. I lost the part that used to care, but maybe it's still somewhere there. You make goodbye feel permanent, but I won't stay like this forever. We were standing in the doorway, like time was scared to move. Your eyes were saying stay now, but your lips said we're through. I tried to read the silence, like it would change the end, but love don't follow reasons, and hearts don't always bend. We had everything but timing, every reason but the chance, and now I'm holding on to memories while you're letting go of hands. You made it hard to let go, like a song I still replay. Every word you ever whispered never really fades away. We were close to forever, now we're strangers in the dark. If love was meant to save us, why'd it tear us apart? You made it hard to let go. still see you in the places that we said would be our home. Now I'm walking through the echoes, learning how to be alone. Your shadow in the morning, your voice inside my head. Some goodbyes don't leave you, even when they're said. We were almost something perfect, almost worth the fight, but the world kept turning faster than we could make it right. You made it hard to let go, like a dream I couldn't wake. Every promise that we built on started slowly break. We were close to forever, and now forever's out of reach. If love was meant to heal us, why is it out of speech? You made it hard to let go. If I met you in another life, will we finally stay? Will the stars align for once or still drift us away? I would choose you in the chaos, in the silence, in the pain. But love don't always fix things, sometimes it just remains. You made it hard to let go, like a scar that never fades. Every piece of me still reaches for the love we couldn't save. We were written like a story that the ending couldn't hold. Right person, wrong moment, that's the truth we never told. You made it hard to let go, and I'm still learning how to let you go. Easy to forget, not anymore. You walked away without a trace, didn't even slow your pace, like I was never really there, like I was something you could spare. I tried to find a reason why, but you were gone without goodbye. I held on to what we had, but it wasn't enough to make you stay. You made me feel easy to forget, like I was someone you never met. All of the nights, all of the time faded away without a sign. I gave you everything I knew, but none of it mattered to you. You made me feel easy to forget. Now I don't know who I am yet. I see you smiling, someone new, like I was never part of you. You moved on like it was a light, while I'm still stuck in every night. I try to breathe, I try to heal, but nothing really feels real. I thought that love would leave a mark, but I just disappeared in the dark. You made me feel easy to forget, like I was someone you never met. But none of it mattered to you. You made me feel easy to forget.
Gave you more than I could take. Now I'm the one you couldn't save. You made me feel easy to forget, but I won't let that be me yet. All of the nights, all of the pain, I'll find a way to feel again. I gave you everything I knew. Now I'm learning to start anew. You made me feel easy to forget, but I'll remember who I am yet. Easy to forget. Not anymore.
You looked at me like something changed, like I was standing out of place. Your silence said what words denied. I felt it breaking me inside. I tried to be what you might need, but I kept losing parts of me. I gave you everything I had, but somehow it was still too bad. You made me feel like I wasn't enough, like all my love was never enough. I gave you more than I could hold, but you still left me in the cold. Every word, every touch never seemed to mean that much. You made me feel like I wasn't enough. Now I don't know who I was. Changed the way I used to be, just hoping you'd stay close to me. I lost myself in trying to prove I was someone you wouldn't lose. But every time I looked in your eyes, I saw the truth you tried to hide. I blame myself for every crack, but love shouldn't feel like that. You made me feel like I wasn't enough, like all my love was never enough. I gave you more than I could hold, but you still left me in the cold. Every word, every touch never seemed to mean that much. You made me feel like I wasn't enough. Now I don't know who I was. Could love, or forgetting I was enough. You made me feel like I wasn't enough, but maybe I just gave too much. I lost myself inside your view. Now I'm trying to see me through. Every tear, every scar shows me who I really are. You made me feel like I wasn't enough, but I won't believe that anymore. Not enough, no more. We used to laugh at little things, like love was simple like a dream. I held your hand without a doubt. Never thought we'd figure out how feelings change without a sound, how something whole can break down. I thought we'd stay the way we were, but nothing ever stays that sure. You slowly stopped loving me like a fading melody. I didn't hear it at first, till silence finally heard. We used to shine so bright and free, now it's just a memory. You slowly stopped loving me, and I grew up too suddenly. Started seeing what was real, the way your touch began to feel colder than it used to be, like you were slipping out of me. I tried to hold on to the past, but nothing golden ever lasts. I saw the change inside your eyes, but I kept holding on to lies. You slowly stopped loving me like a fading melody. I didn't hear it at first, till silence finally heard. We used to shine so bright and free, now it's just a memory. You slowly stopped loving me, and I grew up too suddenly. If I could go back to those days, before love started to change, I'd hold on to that younger heart, before it learned how to fall apart. You slowly stopped loving me, but that's not who I'll always be. I felt the loss, I felt the pain, but I won't stay the same again. We used to shine so bright and free, now I know what love can be. You slowly stopped loving me, and I grew into someone I need. Grew up too suddenly. You smiled like nothing had changed, but something felt a little strange. The way your eyes looked past mine, like you were leaving in your mind. I told myself it wasn't real, ignore the things I couldn't feel. I should have seen it in your eyes, the quiet truth behind your lies. You walked away without explaining, left me here with all this waiting. Every word I didn't hear still echoes loud, and now you're gone from here. I replay every moment slow, looking for what I didn't know. You walked away without explaining, now I'm the one left here remaining. I read between the lines too late, the distance growing day by day. You were already letting go, while I was trying not to know. I stayed inside a fading dream, calling it what it couldn't be. I should've known before goodbye, love doesn't leave without a sign. You walked away without explaining, left me here
here with all this weight, and every word I didn't hear still echoes loud, and now you're gone from here. I replay every moment slow, looking for what I didn't know. You walked away without explaining. Now I'm the one left here remaining. If I listened to the truth hidden the way you move, maybe I could let you go before it hurt this much to know. You walked away without explaining, but I'm done with all the blaming. Every word I couldn't hear, I'm finally learning to make them clear. I replay every moment less, turning pain into acceptance. You walked away without explaining. Now I'm the one who's finally changed.